Ghanatube so we have for model snowy. Masan so atenasibio in some ahodo kobenina nsa ebeka ewo channel we so enti ntempa no so mennom enkwan no enja fonti ye be wakotie in some ahodo bi ekoso ewo Ghanatube na yaba.
And then for higher education, we want to establish 2 new technical universities in Jessica, Techima, and Damongo. But now Damongo is getting the University of Science and Technology in Damongo. So I may have to take a decision, but in consultation with the president. Originally, the thought was to situate a technical university in Damongo. So now that they have a science and technology university, maybe I'll shift focus to do Jessica and Techima and still give Damongo the science and technology university in order to get equity. But because the remit of a technical university is different from a science and technology university, I want all 3 to take off. I met with the contractors this morning. Once they get guarantees from GetFund, they may be able to get them going simultaneously. So Techima, Jessica, and Techima will benefit from that. And then we will begin the process to create 2 new public universities in Kintampo. And now I'm looking at Achirenswa in the Ahafo region, so that at least the president desired that every region has a dedicated institution of higher learning would have been answered. We will send a team shortly to do a need assessment of Achirenswa. It may include Kenyasi, depending upon their relationship with UNER. We expect that next year, the University of Engineering and Agricultural Sciences at Bunsu will take off with some satellite universities in other parts of the country. In addition to this reform, we want to promote literacy and then reading culture. So for emphasis, if you take the GetFund formula, I've been in Parliament in the last 21 years or 20 years, I'm told. You see that in GetFund allocations, we leave out, for instance, an account which is required by law for persons with special needs, Ghana Library Authority, and then distance learning. I intend to correct that in the formula and ensure that these 3 components becomes an integral part of every GetFund formula presented to Parliament, so that every year Ghana Library Authority is assured of a minimum allocation which will allow them to do the Sunyani library for the Omahini of Sunyani, his people, or in Eastern region or in Bolgatanga where they have none, or even in the Central or Western region. Then also, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, I have a duty to work with you. Ghana's reading culture is at, if I say all-time low, they will quote me tomorrow and say Haruna says reading culture is at all-time low. So our reading culture is not the best, and all of us have to encourage and get the culture of reading enhanced, and we can do so. Those of you who are parents, guide the little ones to love to read, love to learn, and that is the best way they can enrich their knowledge and they become strong person. MOE TV, we intend to request the National Communication Authority to add you an FM station in addition. And yesterday when we met here after the sign loss presentation, I'm happy to share this public. And this is President Mahama's own observation. He was saying that it's not possible through a digital system that if we have the best mathematics or physics teacher, maybe in Adisadal or in Fansipim, that on a Sunday, he provides lectures digitally to every Ghanaian child who wants to benefit from that physics or mathematics learning. So we'll be increasing and making provision for sign loss in our budget. As I said, the distance learning leg of it, so that we'll retool you to be able to do that. So that once in a week, you know, one of the things, it will be by the fireside kind of learning, play-based learning, that we encourage brilliant teachers across the country. The best teacher may be in Sefi, but a student in Wa or Nadole may benefit from that lecture if we make best use of MOE TV. So MOE TV, don't focus too much on ministers' press conferences. Go back to content of what teachers and learners will desire to do. Thank you.
Colleges of Education graduates with the assurance that Cabinet has approved the recruitment of 6,100 additional teachers. The protesters, made up of 2022 and 2023 graduates of Colleges of Education, had earlier submitted petitions to the Ministries of Education and Finance, urging government to grant them financial clearance for posting. Channel 1 News' Manuel Ayama was with the coalition during the protest and reports.
Protests by the coalition of unemployed trained teachers of the Colleges of Education are not new. For years, various cohorts have staged demonstrations demanding posting, along with several petitions and appeals to the Ministry of Education. On Wednesday, the coalition hit the streets calling for the immediate posting of the backlog of 2022 and 2023 graduates, whom they say have been adversely affected by prolonged unemployment. At the Ministry of Education, tensions rose as the group insisted on presenting the petition directly to the minister. After close to an hour, the group gave in and handed the petition to the Deputy PRO of the Ghana Education Service. Proceeded to the Ministry of Finance, where the Director of General Administration received the petition on behalf of the ministry. The President of the coalition, Godwin Ejay, passionately appealed for financial clearance.
We need our financial clearance. We are more than 13,000 sections of valid Romans of clearance. We are more than that. 17,000 to be precise. So we are begging that let our boss and yourself do the needful.
Meanwhile, at a press briefing, Minister for Education Haruna Idrisu announced that Cabinet has approved the recruitment of 6,100 teachers, all from the 2023 graduate cohort, who he said have already been captured in government recruitment records.
I understand that some striking teachers are looking for us on the streets of Accra, and then to respond to them, that Cabinet gave approval for us to recruit some 6,100 more teachers, and therefore that category of teachers which belong to the 2023 cohort are adequately captured.
Reporting for Channel 1 News from the Ministry of Finance, I am Manuel Ayama.
Yahagotie ensem a ekoso ewo online for comment. Ehukimi ewo comment section na menjebre enkinkan enfama ofefe meka obiom se aha eye Ghanatube so open sem ahodo eni akese a fa wani twemu ewo channel we so there more reason obetimi enya nsem no anaso obetimi atenia ekoso quickly no is by subscribing and also hitting on the notification bell. Ebusian for modofo snow ni sisi ade makram.